Hello guys, welcome back. Now in this session we are going to discuss about Terraform debugging. So let's look into the agenda. What are the topics we are going to cover in this session? So guys, in this session we are going to understand the types of debugging within Terraform. We will also look into how to enable debugging in Terraform with the help of demo. But prior to going into discussion of types of debugging, I want to reiterate some of the point about debugging. As you already aware that whenever we are working with any of the programming, we need a mechanism by which we can debug our program in case of any issue we are facing. In the same aspect, Terraform also offers us debugging capabilities within the Terraform ecosystem. So now let's look into types of debugging within Terraform. So guys, within Terraform we are having 5 types of log levels, and this is nothing but the debugging type. For example, if you want the detailed information about your execution of Terraform plan, then you can enable trace. Same way, if you want to debug, then you can use debug. If you want to get the information about the execution, then you can enable the info. If you want to identify the warning within execution, then you can enable warning. And if your binary is throwing error, then you can enable error. So all these different type of log levels will give us various information according to their type. Now the question comes over here is, how do we can set this log level? So guys, to set this log level, we need to use an environment variable, that is tf_log. So how we can set the environment variable? Let's look into that. But prior to setting the tf_log environment variable, I wanted to show you the output which we are currently getting by executing the Terraform plan, so that we will compare the output which is being generated after enabling the log with the help of tf_log environment variable. So I am into the Visual Studio Code, and this is very simple program which we have used earlier. With the help of this program we are creating an EC2 instance within AWS. So now let's run it with the help of Terraform plan. So to run it, you need to go to the view, terminal, and over here you need to specify Terraform plan enter. So it is executed now and it has given us the plan, and over here you will see that these number of output it has generated. So now what we will do, we will set the environment variable, that is tf_log, with a value called trace, and then again we will run this program and compare the output. Currently we are not having any trace information. So now let's jump into the command prompt, and where we will set the environment variable, that is tf_log with trace. So we are into the command prompt, and to set the environment variable, which I already mentioned, we have to use setx, and we need to specify tf_log, and then we need to specify the value which we want to set. We will tell that trace enter. So what it will do, it will create an entry within the environment variable. So how we will verify it? To verify it, we need to use the echo command. Currently if we will use echo %tf_log %enter, you will not get any value. So what you need to do, you need to close it and reopen the command prompt. This is the issue with the Windows operating system. If you are using Linux Bash, then you don't need to do this, and within Linux Bash you need to use export, and then you need to tell that tf_log equal to, and you need to specify trace. So this way you can create the environment variable within Linux. So now let's close this one and reopen the command prompt. So let's close it. So let's open new command prompt by running it, cmd command. Okay, so it has given us new command prompt. So now let's run echo %tf_log %enter. Then you will see that we are having trace over here. So guys, now I am going to open a new instance of Visual Studio Code, so that we will compare the output which we have generated earlier, this output which we have generated earlier, and again we will run Terraform plan in another instance of Visual Studio for the same program, and then we will compare the output. So let's open this program in new Visual Studio Code instance. Right click, open with code. So it is not allowing me to open the another instance for the same program. So what we will do, we will run this program within command prompt. So let's copy the path of this program and open within the command prompt. So within command prompt we will come and we will tell that cd, and this is the path, and over here we will run the Terraform plan. So let's do it, Terraform plan enter. So guys, it is executing, and if you will notice that it is generating so much of information for our Terraform plan. So now let's look into that, and you will see it over here. It has generated binary level output. how the program is executing while creating the EC2 instance. You will get all the detail, and whenever if you face any of the issue within your program, then it is very handy to debug your program. And if you compare this output with our earlier output, then you will find a major difference. Let's look into that. So in our earlier output, if you will see it over here, it has given us only these information, which can't be much helpful if we are facing any issue. If we compare the output which we are getting after enabling TF log, then you will find that this output contains much more information. Now the question comes over here is, these output we are getting in console, so that means we can't share it. So if you want to keep this output within a file, how we can do it? So let's look into that. So to keep this output within a file, we need to specify the tf_log_path environment variable. So let's create the environment variable first, where we will specify the path of the log. So over here I will come and I will tell setx tf_log_path, and then I need to specify the path where my log is going to reside. So I am going to create a folder called tf logs, and within that I will tell that ec2 log enter. So now an entry has been created for this particular environment variable. So now let's create a folder. I will tell mkdir and I will tell ctf logs enter. So guys, to run the plan again, we need to close this command prompt, as we already discussed that whenever if you are creating any of the environment variable within Windows, you have to reopen the command prompt so that it will pick the latest environment variable within its context. So let's close it and now reopen it again. So to reopen it, we need to run the command within run window, and now we need to go to the location. So I tell that D drive cd enter. So now let's go to the location of the program. Let's run Terraform plan again. Terraform plan, and this time you will notice that it will generate very minimal output the way it has generated earlier, like this one, and the remaining output where we are having the trace level log information, that it will put within a file which we have mentioned. So now it has finished the execution, and if you will look into this, then you will find that it has given us the same kind of information which it has given earlier without tf log. So now let's go to the location where we have asked to save the log information. So guys, this is the log file which we have asked to put it over here, that is tf log. And if you will look into this, then you will find that, let's open it, it has given all the log information. Let's open it. So now if you will look into this, then you will find that it is the same log information which it has given us within the console. So we can tell that we don't want trap, and you will use this information for debugging. And this is what I wanted to demonstrate you in this session. So now let's conclude the session. So guys, in this session we have learnt about debugging, where we have understand types of debugging, and we have also thoroughly seen that how to enable debugging within Terraform. So on this note, I am stopping over here. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.